name is Christian Wolfertstetter, and I'm creative director at Realmforge. I'm doing mostly funny dialogues in the game and are responsible for level design, issues, and balancing.
My name is Annika. I work here for 10 years now. I started as a concept artist and now I'm an art director for about 5 years.
Yeah, I'm Marcel and I'm level designer here at Realmforge.
My name is Maita Sedlacek and I'm a project manager at Realmforge.
Yeah, hello, I'm Emmanuel Scholz and I'm actually from the Tropico 6 team. But since I did all the old dungeon series, I work there as well.
There's a lot of new stuff, like the dwarf units that are working also in the underground, and they try to grab your stuff, they try to steal your gold and claim your artifacts and destroy your rooms, of course. It's a more active game because we have more things to do in the overworld. For the player, it's you have to actively gain evilness by defeating bosses or raiding transports.
Pretty sure it's that Talia now has a ponytail. That's my biggest achievement.
We got lava. I also like this feature a lot. So we have lakes and lava. You can play with the traps with the lava, so you can push someone into lava. So that's kind of nice dynamic.
The dwarves are ruled by an amazing, strong lady with a badminton bat. We shoot lightning. And yeah, there are your newest infiltrators in the dungeon and fighting with you about the dungeon space. So that's definitely a new force to be reckoned with, underground and overground. And I mean, they have a fierce goat with them, so definitely very scary.
So they are meant to be some kind of half annoying, but not really, faction inside the dungeon. That in the sandbox game, for example, they also expand. Also in the campaign. In many campaign maps where they happen, they expand. It can be blocked, so in some levels they don't. They are more the passive guys that you just have to deal with. So they expand. If you leave them alone, they will just grow bigger and bigger. They have more and more guards. Yeah, they also mine your stuff. So if you just leave them too long alone, they may just start mining your gold and then bring it to their treasury, which, by the way, you can loot. So if you try to find a way to get to the treasury, then you can just go there and then just grab the gold and then let them mine for you a bit. Usually it's probably hard because treasuries is not easily accessible.
So dwarves are already featured in Dungeon 3 with the dwarf king Grimly. Now we have a dwarf queen, Brynhild, who is also a story enemy in Dungeons 4. Maybe there are some similarities to other dwarves in the whole fantasy franchise.
They're up for your beer, for example, and they will make you a hard time sometimes in the dungeon because they're living there too and they want to have their share from mana and gold.
It's a subtle and difficult process, I think. You start working on new features you would like to try out, features you have used in Dungeons 3 and think have potential to grow and maybe use something different as well. But you have to stop at every corner and check again, okay, is that still working for Dungeons? Will there be a feature that can help you? Is it too far from the original? Is it new enough? Is it too new? Yeah, it's just constantly checking and reflecting, what are you doing?
At first we grabbed everything from Dungeons 3, then beat it to death because it wasn't working with bigger dungeons and more creatures.
Well, it's definitely also the size of the dungeon, getting it all kind of visible in the minimap as well, and managing, of course, the resulting amount of more creatures.
Okay, there's maybe not a fact, but it was a funny bug we had a while ago when suddenly a Christmas tree always came into the dungeon and started attacking our creatures. And we didn't know what it was all about. And then it turned out that we didn't yet have an end as an enemy, so we just substituted with another asset, with a Christmas fir tree. But nobody told us. So everyone thought it was a bug and every coder was looking out for it, but it was just an asset change.
would rule the dungeon for sure.
In a debug version, definitely, because I could cheat myself. But
I think I would survive maybe till the end of a level and then failing at the start of the next one.
Depends mostly on the game, but I tend to be a villain.
If we're talking one-dimensional, then of course evil.
of course, the villain.
In dungeons, it is always being the villain. Yeah. In other games, you're more the hero, and it's quite fun too.
I prefer to win.
Dungeons 4.